Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me. I'm here working on my design team project for ShabbyDabbyDooDah and had a bookmarker in there. But I did go ahead and sew the signatures in. On my last video, about this journal, I was at the end not sure whether I was going to do 1 or 2 signatures. And then at the end I said I am going to do 2 signatures because I figured out that they could fit, and here they are. So cute, right? 2 little signatures in there. So adorable. And here's what it looks like. Plenty of room for both the signatures. So here's what it looks like so far. And so now I was decorating the pages, and I decided I have so much ephemera I need to make some journaling cards. So like here's what I've done so far. I'll just show you an example of, I put a few like little collages in here. Here's one. I made a tuck spot here out of some of the ephemera. I used 3 pieces here, and then here's a journaling card, so that just is like a tuck spot there, corner tuck. I put a little piece here, a little postcard piece, and this is an envelope that I made from the kit and put a journaling card in there. So cute. I love these. I love the colors. They're so nice and they're so pretty, but yet subdued and vintage looking. I mean, this envelope is gorgeous. Look at the coffee dyeing on there, and that's I didn't do that. That was how it printed out. So cool. So that was in that little tuck spot here, I think. And so then also I decorated this. This was the envelope that I used in here, that I sealed the top and then cut off the 2 ends, so it made a pocket. And I decorated this a little bit with a piece there and a couple of pieces here. And also in here I have, let's see, I have a little, let's see. So the envelope, was the envelope in there? Anyway, the envelope might have been in this pocket right here. Yeah, I think it was. The envelope was in there. Okay, get it straight. And then this is a journaling card from the kit. It's a music. Let's see, I think it goes this way. And I'm distressing around to everything. Let's see, I think I need distress on the back of this, but I distressed the front. And then I made this one out of a couple of pieces. This is an index card, distressed around both sides and rounded the corners. Piece of cardstock back here is, I just wanted to use more than 1 layer. And then there's a piece from the kit there. So that's a journaling card in that pocket, those 2. Well, let me distress on the back of this. And I'm experimenting here too with some things. I picked up at Dollar Tree I think it was last week. I'll show you. Let's see, this goes this way. Right? Yes. Yes. Okay. So that's what I've been doing, just kind of doing some, clusters or collages throughout both signatures. So then I decided to make some ephemera, so I'm working on that. So here's a couple of pieces that I made with this little piece of cardstock. I stamped a bird from, if you saw my Thrifty Tuesday video yesterday, this was in the stamps, this little bird, so cute. So I just stamped him on there. This is pretty already, and it has a bird on this side too. It says telegram right there. And so I made that into a journaling card. These 2 pieces actually I received as in one of my, I won a journal from Sammy Jared. And so these 2 pieces I got from her in my, the goodies that came with the journal. And so I just decorated them both with birds. This is another the stamp that I picked up that I showed you, in the Thrifty Tuesday video. That was one of the stamps too. Isn't that pretty? How it came out? I think it's really pretty. So those are 2 pieces that I'm considering done at this point. So I'm putting those over there. And, oh, so I picked up this right here. I wanted to try these out. These little, they're eyeshadow applicators. And I wanted to try them out as, using with my, my distress ink here. So I usually use this, and that's fine, but I wanted to also try this as maybe like a blending, or just however I can use it. So I'm experimenting with this today, and it's going rather well. I really like using this little thing and just being able to control just that little bit of ink. So pretty cool. So I've just got one out of the package here that I'm using. And so I'm making ephemera out of bits and pieces from the kit. And I've got some index cards here that I rounded the corners and distressed on both sides. So those are ready to be decorated. I've got pieces from this, I've shown this before. I'm still trying to use this 1 pound scrap pack that I bought back in 2006, something like that. I found it in my scrapbook drawer that I cleaned out a while ago. And so, yeah, I've got all of these, you know, it's called the scrap pack, and it's all little pieces of cardstock. But there's a lot of like kind of muted colors in here. So I pulled out some of the greens and colors that I thought would go with this journal just to get started. So I've got those to decorate. This is another piece from Sammy Jared that I want to use. It's like it looks like it's from like a Work Basket magazine, a vintage, which is a, you know, a vintage little women's magazine. And these are cute little ads, and they're actually really cute because they're the perfect size. They're like, you can cut out each one in a little rectangle like this. There's like 4 here, and there's 4 here. So I'm going to decide which side I like better and use that and glue it down on a piece of cardstock and make a little journaling card out of it. I really love doing that using old advertisements. So these are really cool. Items suggested to Aunt Ellen. So we're going to use that. And here's another piece from Sammy. Got some washi here if I need it. This is a washi from Sammy. And I've got these, which I absolutely love. 3x5 Rolodex cards. I like the size because it's like a, you know, index card. But I have a little bit, about that much. And I kind of don't use them a lot, even though I love them, because I don't find them very much. I received some in Happy Mail one time from Aliyah, so she sent me some, and ever since she sent me some, I just kind of like fell in love with them. And then one time I found some at a thrift store, so like I do try to remember to use them, but I don't use them a lot because I kind of don't want to run out until I maybe find some more. So, and I've got a hot cup of coffee here. So it's my afternoon coffee. So let's do this one first because I feel like this one's just about done. I just want to put a little bird on here. So if you saw my Thrifty Tuesday video, you saw my little bird stamps, and this was the ink pad that came with it, and I did go ahead and re-ink it. So it's got lots of ink on it now. So let's put a little something on this tag that I haven't used yet. I used 2 of them, so I need a small one for this. So I used those 2. Here's a small little bird here. Did I use this one yet? I don't think so, and it's a perfect little size for right there. I'm trying to see if I want to use a bird nest or a bird cage. I think I just want to stick with the bird for right now. So let's see how this guy comes out. So far so good with the other 2. I just have to kind of make sure I've got ink. You know how rubber stamps are. You kind of make sure you have ink all over them. And then stamp down, flat, don't rock it. And you should get a good image, right? So let's see how I do here. It says, I'm going to see what that says underneath. So I'm just going to press it down for a second. Don't rock it. Back and forth and pull it up. There we go. Perfect. So cute, right? It adds so much, and it's a perfect little touch. Just a rubber stamp, but so cute. And this can be journaled on the back. And I don't know what it says there. I'm not going to try to guess because I can't see it. But it's just, there's a little word under there that looks really cute. As I'm using these, they're in the little tin like this. So as I'm using them, I'm turning them over so that I know which ones I've used, and then I can try out the ones I haven't used. But I also want to put a little ribbon on here, and this is the little ribbon or trim that I got from Salvation Army yesterday, and I showed it in my thrifty video. So let's try this out on here. This is so soft, this ribbon, so cute. It's a 100% polyester. So neat. And I got it for 49 cents. it says $1.99 right there, so I guess that was the original price of wherever it came from. I don't know. But let's tie this on here. Let's make another little angle on this side. I hate to cut any off of here, but I think we need 2 angles. So let's do that. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I'm back to work. I had 2 days off, vacation days, and so I'm back to work, but I just really hadn't taken any days off. I had Good Friday off, but just really had a lot of things I wanted to get done around the house, and just needed a couple days off. So I went ahead and had 2 days off, Monday and Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm back to work. So there we go. That's pretty. All right, simple but so pretty, right? That's another one that's going with the journal. So I'm going to keep the lid on here until we use another rubber stamp. So let's see. I've got a bird here. That's from Sammy. But these are little acetate stickers, but they're very hard to get I used a butterfly already, but I discovered it took me about 5 minutes to, oh, I got this one off already. No, see, you think you got it and then you didn't. But it's very hard to, if anybody knows a trick of how to get the acetate off easily, because it's right, you know, the sticker is the same size as the piece that you want to peel off to get to the sticker, and it can be done, but it just takes a minute to get your fingernail in between, so I'm not going to mess with that right now, but I did have that out to use. It's a little bird, and there's birds and things like that are in this digital kit. So, well, why don't we go ahead and cut these out, these little ads. So I'm going to decide which side I want to use, because there's an ad on both sides. And I was already looking at this, and this is a cool little ad right here. It's called a Magic Brain Calculator. Can you see that? I remember seeing these. I thought I don't think I ever had one, but I always thought they were like, looked like a really cool thing, you know, before that. I don't know if they were before the calculator or what, but I just thought they looked cool. So I'm going to cut that one out and use this side of this piece. And then we'll look at the other ones and see which side we want to use. Yeah, these are the perfect thing to glue down too, because when I cut it just then, I could feel like it might not hold up otherwise if you don't glue it down on something. It feels like just a little bit crispy, you know what I mean? So, perfect thing to glue down and make a cool little Aunt Ellen. Do we want to save that? I'll save it for the moment. Okay, so this is something about painting your wall. Paint your own mural. Florida land sale, yes. Only $10 a month. Guaranteed high, dry, 1/4 acre home sites. $10 a month. Only 2.5 miles to Rainbow. I just have to read this. I'm from Florida. Rainbow Springs. I don't know where that is. 6 miles to Dunalin Schools. Now Dunalin, that might be central to North Florida. Not sure. Shopping, churches, etc. Lovely homes. Hard paved roads. Mile-wide fishing lakes, beaches. Free country club. Free country club. Oh, the total cost is $795. So you're going to pay $10 a month. That's going to be quite a few years of $10 a month. But you're going to own 1/4 acre home site. So that you can build a home in Florida. I mean, you know, in the neighborhoods, some of them are probably like 1/4 acre even now. So right for free booklet, photos, Rainbow Springs. Oh, here it is, Ocala. See, I said Dunalin sounded like what I say, central to north, and that's where Ocala is, just north of Orlando, probably about an hour or so. So pretty cool. I recognized it. I should, right? I'm from Florida, but you know, there are towns I haven't heard of in Florida, so I mean, every state is like that. You don't know every city in your state, right? I mean, maybe some people do, but I don't. I mean, how could you, right? Unless you just drove all over your state or just researched it. Okay, so we're going to use the Florida ad. I really like that. Oh, it says the work basket, so I'll leave that there so we know where that came from. So we got the brain calculator, the Florida land. Let's see what the other two are. Here's some trash. This one is, okay, an advertisement for quilt. Lone Star quilt in 10 beautiful rainbow tints set in this order. It talks about the colors and, let's see, finished, only $5.98 postpaid. I just think this is really interesting. Only $4.89. Well, I don't know. Anyway, quilt. I don't know if that's a quilt or quilt pieces, but that's a quilt ad. And then this is dentures. Let's do that quilt. I think that would be more appropriate for the journal, even though I don't oppose the denture ad. That would be fun too. Okay, this is the paint your own mural on this side, and this one's exercise. Okay, improve your figure for $1. Stretch your way to a trimmer you with new sturdy rubber stretch away. So cool. Okay, I'm going to use the paint your own mural side, cut off this extra here, and then glue these down onto this cardstock. I think that'll be fun. Little ephemera pieces. So a little art glitter glue here. Alrighty, so we're going to do, let me make sure I glue the right side down. We're doing this is the paint your own mural. Okay, and I've got a piece of cardstock here. I'm probably going to round the corners and then just put these into the journal. I'm rounding the corners on the cardstock and then put these into the journal as is so they can be, it's not real thick cardstock. I would describe it as thinnish cardstock, you know, but it's not thicker than paper. So we're going to round the corners, and let me see this. Now I got it a little off center. Let me, I mean, I don't have to cut any off, but since I got it off center, I'm going to cut a little sliver off the side here. Of course, I could get myself into trouble by doing that, because I'll cut a sliver off here, then I'll be like, oh, the other side is uneven now, I'll cut a sliver, then I'll have to cut a, you know, oh, okay, never mind. I think it looks good now. See, it looks so much better that it looks when it's centered. So let's round the corners. Got some glue there. And then we'll have, this can be written on the back, or it could be used as a little tuck spot later, or, you know, to decorate something else, you know, that could be put onto something like a, I'm not going to do it, I'll leave it for whoever gets this journal, but it could be put on something else as a layer, you know what I mean? So I'm going to call that done, put it in our done pile, and then go ahead and glue the rest of these real quick. The quilt, order quilt pieces. So I expect to be done with this journal in the next couple of days, so I will be back soon with a flip through. I'm just very anxious to start another project that I have in my head, and I'm like thinking of ways to organize it. I'm like, well, I can't do it until I get done with this one, this journal, so I gotta, you know, one thing at a time. Well, three things at a time. That's the fourth thing, and I can't do four things, only three things, right? Only so many things you can do at one time is my point. Depends on what you're doing, right? Like you can work on 3 journals at a time, but not at the same time. Or 3 projects, but not at the same time. Basically, you're really only working on one thing at a time. And the other things are just ongoing. That's my thoughts on that. Okay, so this we have glued down. Look how vintage that looks. Okay, so that's going into the done pile. This one's a little bit brighter green. This is smaller. Let's see what we have. These are both rectangles. This one's bigger. We'll put this one on here. And then we'll cut, might have to cut off what was on here. Knit a sweater in a day. That's cute. Oh, this is 1962. Look at that. It has the date on this side. But it doesn't have the work basket over here. Okay. So we're going to keep, I love that Florida ad. It even has a little beach picture. Isn't that cute? Like you know, you're not going to get, your quarter acre is not going to be on the ocean, right? It's going to be out in, well, it said Ocala. And Ocala is a beautiful city. It reminds me of, Ocala reminds me more, like I live in North Carolina now, so it reminds me more of North Carolina than any other place I've been in Florida, because it has a lot, there's a forest there, Ocala National Forest, and I drive through it when I go to my parents' house. And if I ever, if I would have stayed in Florida, I would have hoped that I would live in Ocala, probably, because I just love it. It just reminds me of North Carolina, with very tall trees and forest and woods, you know, it's really neat. Okay, there's this one, and yeah, rounded the corners on that one. Let's round the corners on this one. And this is basically to use this, some of these pieces of, well, is it round? I think it is. Okay. Yeah, I just want to use up some of this stuff too. That was, I just pulled this out. I had this sitting over there for quite a while, ever since I won it from Sammy, and that was in her packet, and I said, I need to use this right now. So I did. Okay, this is gray, piece of gray cardstock. So let's cut this to fit better. Right here. Yeah, I'll make a nice frame for that. And then you can write on the back of this, see? Nice writing space there. Let's see, okay. So we'll glue this down. This is the brain calculator. On the back is an ad for something about wallet photos and a fur coat. Don't know. Really neat though. I love looking and reading old ads because they're so, you know, different from what we do now. I have a Sears Roebuck replica of one, you know, and I need to get that out and cut some of that up. It's I think it's a small one, you know, one of those small ones. You've probably seen them. And I'm sure well, yeah, I think I showed it it was from an estate sale, and I'm sure I showed it on YouTube in one of my estate sale thrifty videos. Okay, here's another journaling card. I don't want to mess with these too much. Like, I could layer these or put a bird on top of them, or, you know, a bird or butterfly or something, but I don't want to block anything here. So, okay, that looks good. That one's done. Now let's put the cardstock. Let's see, I'm going to put the cardstock on top of the bag. It goes in over there. I think I might be done with that for the moment. And let's decorate index card. I'm decorating the blank side and saving this side for writing because it has the lines. So I'm decorating this side. It can go like this or like this. And I'll decorate one of these now. And then we'll see how much room we have or time we have left. This is some pretty washi right here. I want to see if I can use some of this. This is a little bright, so I'm not going to use these. I'll put the rest of this in my washi basket. And this, I'm going to go ahead and decorate. I think I'll use it on the index card here. Let's see, I think I'll just go over the bottom a little bit. Like that. I do not have a plan. I'm just kind of winging it and using up stuff here. So let's cut off the ends. Oh, I should get out my number stamps. I might have to get up and go get those. Use a couple of those, that would be fun. Okay, so we got this. This is for writing over here. So let's put a couple of, I was kind of going through things and pulling things over. And okay, and then like I would pull out a piece and say, oh, I think this will look good. So these are what I had already pulled out to, that I haven't used yet. So these could be journaling cards. There's a little ticket here. That would be cool. This is a little, just a little like label. Okay, so this is a possibility. Let's see, we're decorating. So I still have a little washi here. I'm going to put that to the side. And then I have this, we can decorate. Let's put on here a piece of this ribbon. I think that would be neat. Down the side as trim. So just something different. Let's put it over here. I also like to make pockets out of these. These are really fun to make pockets out of too. These 3x5 Rolodex cards. This one we're going to make into a journaling card though. So let's cut this off. I want it to be the right size. Okay. There we go. I'm not sure about this yet. I might want something more colorful. We'll see. Maybe this one. No. I would like something more colorful. Although there's not a lot of color in the kit, so. But the butterflies, there's some like brownish, you know, amber colored butterflies. There's some green flowers. There's a little lady, you know, Victorian lady. So, okay, so this is going right here. I'm going to put it on this side, I guess. I was going to put it over there, but now I just glued it down right here. So that is fine. I must have pictured that in my head of it being over here. I'm recording. I'm recording.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Did you pause it?
No, it's not paused. It's recording. Say hello to my husband. He doesn't believe it when I have the sign out that says recording on the door. He had to open the door and say, "Are you recording?" "You're not recording." "Yes, I am." Okay. Okay, here's something cool. A little picture. Oh, that would be neat. But we need something in back of it. It needs let's see, maybe like this. And that makes it look too small. I like her though. She might need to be on something smaller. Let's see. Maybe this. Again, she needs something in back of her though. She needs a little frame. Let's see. Oops, there's my glue. Sorry, I'm probably getting my head in there too, reaching over. Let's see. So we have Maybe we won't use that little green piece. That's too, just not the right color. Here's a piece of black that would look good. She would look good on here. Use this as a frame. And then go from there. So we'll make her a little frame. Yeah, this is black. Let me see if it was dark green. So we'll make her a little frame. Okay. And then put her somewhere. Let's see where we want to put her. I don't like her on there. Let's round the corners. Let's round the corners. Oops. Gotta make sure I push it all the way in and then punch. Okay. And now I'm going to glue her down. Let's see, do I need to, let me distress her edges real quick. We'll try this. See how we like distressing with this. See, it does really good. Or you can rub it on the side like that. That's just what I already had on there too. Let's get some more on there. It is tiny, so if you don't like holding on to tiny things, you wouldn't like it, but I kind of like it. And then earlier I was doing this, like putting something down here and kind of rubbing the sides like that, so that works well too. You know. And that's that. Okay, let's glue her down on this black and then see what we want to do with her. Oh, I know what I can do with her. I have an idea. I don't think I'm going to put her on either one of these cards. There's another little idea, you know, something I wanted to do that I didn't plan on doing right now, but since I picked her up, I want to do it with her. So I will grab another. Let's see if I have one here. I have some index cards in back of me. These right here. Let me find a white one. And what I want to do is see if she will fit. Make a little kind of folded journaling card. I think she'll fit. I've done them both ways, horizontal and vertical. So, like this way, but she won't fit that way, so I can do it this way. Make a little journaling card, see, and you can write on the inside. Or I can do it this way and leave the lines on the inside. Yeah, let's do that. You never know what's going to happen, right? You just crafting and then things just happen. So let's get our little thing here and distress this. I think that, yeah, see how that looks? It looks good. And I usually round the corners on the little index cards too. These are 3 by 5. Let's put a little bit on the inside too real quick before we glue her on. So I think that would be pretty when you open it up and you see a little distressing inside. It just goes with this journal, you know, very vintage looking kit. So why not go all the way with the distressing? Okay, so we've got distressing on the inside and the outside. See how that looks in the crease now? I like that. Distressing in the crease, and then that's distress. And we'll glue this down. Get some glue off my fingers. So let's glue this little frame down. And we'll have, woo, come back, come back. Probably just got glue on my shirt. Okay, so it's going right here. Oh, I went around the corners on here too, but I'll do that in a second. I didn't do it yet, did I? Okay, so this will go down here. Have a cute little journaling card. It's basically 3 layers, so I like that, 3 layered things. And then we'll round the corners. Where's my corner rounder? So again, simple but super cute. It's like not wanting me to put 3 layers in there on that side where it has 3 layers on the front there. Okay, now a little bit more since I punched off the corners, a little bit more distressing on the corners there. Still have enough left on this little sponge. There we go. How's the inside? Okay, there we go, another little journaling card. Let me see what the time's doing. Not too bad, we're at 36 minutes. Shall we do we have time for one more? My husband's probably wanting to, I think he's eating dinner. I already ate my dinner because I got hungry. So we did this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A couple of them I had done before, and I showed you that I had done them before, so that's 7. Let's, I said I wanted to do these 2, so let's see if I can just pull out some things. Like this is what I was doing, just like, these are cardstock, so I'd like to put some papery, more papery type things on here. Like this is papery, but does this go? Not really. I need something a little bit smaller than this. So like I have these little ladies. These could be cute on here. This is cardstock. I have a lot of cardstock pieces that, let's see, this was from, that pink doesn't go with her. You got a butterfly we could put on here. So, and this is a cardstock. And here's another lady. I could put her on here. Well, nope, she's too big. Does she fit on this one? She's really too big for that one. Okay. She will pretty much fit on here, though. So I could put her there and her over here. Let's see what else we have. We have some flowers. We have a little book. I just had this out as a desk ephemera here. So we could put this somewhere. We'll see about that. We've got cardstock. This is a little cute little piece. Let's see, so if it was a postcard, just picture, because it says postcard on it. Postcards say, sometimes, don't they say, do they say postcard at the top? We could put this here. And then her over here. That would be cute. I would like to put something behind her if possible. So that is a possibility. This is a possibility. I don't really like this though, so I'm going to take that away. Let's see what else we have. This is a cardstock flower and another flower. We could join the flower and a butterfly together. That would look good. And does she need a flower next to her? No. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have a little bird here. He's big though. Like he's almost as big as her, so that doesn't really go. Let's see. We've got, I would like a piece to go behind her. You know what would look good is a torn piece, something torn behind her. So let's see. This is paper, cardstock. Maybe we won't do a person. Maybe we'll do a watering can. A watering bowl. No. Nope, I think the girls look good there. It just fills up the space nice, you know. Maybe we need a bigger girl over here. Maybe that's the problem with that. Like here's one here, but she was too big. So is she too big for over here? We could cut the bottom of her dress off. Except I hate to do that. It's so pretty. So let's see. The watering bowl I don't really like there. So we'll leave her for the moment. Oh, here's another girl. She is in between. Okay, this is what we need. Here we go. That I think will look better. Fill up the space more. Okay, and so anything else here real quick? I could tear a piece of this. I don't know if I want to though. These are all cardstock except for this. Here's a perfume bottle. That is papery. I think she adds color, and this is, you know, not a lot of color, so let's see. So if I tear this and I don't like it, then I'm gonna be up a creek and have a torn piece of paper, which I can use somewhere else. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna look good there because I've already got this up here. So I think I'm gonna glue this down and just maybe add some flowers. We'll see. Let's glue this down because I think it's about time to end this video. So gotta get it done here and quit thinking about it too much. Okay, and it's kind of in the middle there because I can gauge the middle because of this. So I'm going to try to get that in the middle. She's cardstock. Put her here. And then this one is paper, which is resume paper. I used resume bond paper in here, so it's kind of thick paper. Let's get her glued down right here. She needs to go right to the bottom because her head goes right to the top. She takes up the whole spot. Yep. Oh, the tip of her head is right. She's got barely a tip over. That's so funny. But yeah, she barely the very tip of her head's over the top, but that'll be all right. It didn't look like it was. Didn't even look like I cut off anything. So, and now I think the flower can go on the bottom and the butterfly layering over the flower a little bit. I get all my corners glued down and my edges. So this we'll put right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'd like to put another flower down before I glue that. That way we have, let's see, different color. That way we have 5 pieces here. Let's see, here's a green. What goes? Do I have a white one? They're all yellow and green here. Well, here's a big white one. That's too big. I just wanted to put down another piece. So here's a lighter, kind of lightish one. It's too big too. This one's, I think this one's gonna have to do more smaller pieces. Nope. Okay, sorry to be so indecisive. I just need to stop. You know what they say. Overthinking it. Okay, I'm going to put this down here. Just gluing it down. Gluing it down. Okay, and then this is going to go up here. Just kind of blend everything together there with the butterfly on top. That way I have 5 pieces now. I like to try to do 3 or 5 pieces. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one's done. Let's see, where's our done pile? Right over here. And then this one, everything's glued down. I had 1, 2, 3 on there, so we're good. We are good. So let me show you, and then I will see you next time. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get some more time to work on this tonight, maybe even in the morning, and get it finished up so I can come back with my, well, I'll do that in a minute. Okay, so I think we did about, what, 8? Got about 8 done. I still have a bunch of ephemera to use up. I can't pick up the box where I have it right now. But we got 1, 2, 3. This cute little one. I want to make some more of these, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's quite a lot for this little journal. So I'll be tucking those into pockets and then using up the rest of the ephemera. I mean, all of these can be journaling cards too. Every single one of these can be journaling cards. It's a flower, but yeah, all of these are on cardstock. That's a flower. But so all of this can be journaling cards too. So you see what I mean when I say I have a lot. So I'll probably make some more, use some more on the pages, maybe a few pages, and I think I have a couple of pockets to decorate, and then more of these because I would like to use some more of those. And I'll go from there. So I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching today. Hope you had a good day, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy crafting.